I made a video about CFA Access Scholarship in 2021 and it got 78,000 views. I also made a video on this in 2022 and now I'm making part 3 of this and I've helped this person with scholarship, okay. I've helped a lot of people with CFA Access Scholarship, so I have a fairly certain idea what the CFA Institute expects from you and what you have to provide. So without further ado, let's directly jump into it and let's get you guys a CFA Access Scholarship. First of all, for those of you who don't know, CFA is an exam for finance. It costs around 1.3 lakh rupees to write the first level of CFA. Now, CFA is one of the most important exams in finance and is considered as the gold standards of a finance degree. Now, if you're looking at accountancy, you have CA. In finance, you have CFA. That's the basic introduction of CFA. Now, what happens with CFA Access Scholarship? Ideally, it costs you 1.3 lakh rupees to give the CFA exam. After CFA Access Scholarship, you just have to pay $250, which is loosely around 21,000 Indian rupees. My first major tip with the 50 CFA Access Scholarships that I've applied for is words matter. Whatever you write matters, but don't write too much. People have a tendency of writing everything about your life. No, please don't do that. Be specific. Make sure what you want to convey is being conveyed. And I can swear on my mother that there is a person who just wrote 3 lines. I wouldn't tell you because I know there is some bullshit person who would just use those 3 lines to apply. That would just break the purpose of me making this video. But what I'm trying to say is that what you write matters. Even if it is 2 lines, but those 2 lines are genuine, coming from your heart, that matters. Not writing a 500-page essay. In 2021, there was no word limit. I will also talk about the structure as to what you should write in the essay at what point. But remember that now they have kept a limit of 250 words. So yeah, that's actually a good thing because people used to write everything. Okay, let's try to understand what does CFA Institute require from you. First thing that they require from you is to demonstrate that you would be an asset to the place you're coming from. Murad Beg comes from Jammu and Kashmir. We don't have that great financial literacy here. So if Murad Beg becomes a CFA, he would be coming back to Kashmir, working on X thing, Y thing, Z thing. And as a result, the entire development would happen. That's the first thing you need to talk about. That wherever you're coming from, it will help the entire community. Second, even more important point, the most important point is what did you do? What did you study? Let's suppose you studied accountancy in 11th class and ended up scoring 99% there. That's very important. Anywhere where you can demonstrate academically that you've already excelled in the field of finance. Your first priority would be finance. Probably you wouldn't have studied finance. In case you have not studied finance, then talk about economics. Let's suppose you have not studied economics, then talk about accounts. Let's suppose you have not studied accounts, talk about quants. Talk about any of these subjects where you're already strong, you already have got a good grade. The better the grade, higher are the chances that you will get a scholarship because it proves to them that, okay, he's academically qualified. That's what they're looking out for. Third thing, make it super clear that you cannot afford the tuition fees. But if you did end up clearing the exam, you would be an asset to everyone in the world. I mean, this is just one fees that is stopping you from becoming an asset to the world. That is how you put this essay. So, to put it in a chronological manner, the most important thing is I've got good grades. These are my grades. Second most important thing is I'm going to be an asset to this society. Third thing is there is a family problem. Talk about your family problem. If your father is the single bread earner at the home, talk about that. If, God forbid, anything else has happened in your family, talk about that. But prove it to them that this is something that is stopping you. Or else, fourth most important point, be genuine. Whatever is the truth. It can also be that you have the funds and you don't want to pay and your parents are stopping you from going for the exam. Anything, be genuine. The more genuine you are, the better are your chances of getting the scholarship. So, I did talk about your father being the single bread earner at the home, right? Trust me, 99% students would write it. So, because I just said that, everyone watching this video is going to write that. So, you're not being genuine. Now, let's talk about what do we write in the essay step by step. So, if Murad Beg had to write this essay, I will start my essay by writing why CFA and what did I do. So, I studied Bachelor's in Commerce Honors and was the state topper for this thing. Also completed FRM. Also amongst the youngest people to clear FRM. I also completed NSE certifications. I also completed NISM certifications. And why CFA? because it is one of the most important degrees. It is the golden opportunity in finance. I talk about all these things in the first paragraph. Second paragraph goes to something that I've done apart from my academics. Now they already have an idea about my academics. Now it talks something about apart from academics. So I've been working on the financial literacy product made for US citizens working with Stanford professors. That is me. That is what I'm doing in reality. Wow, interesting. If let's suppose you're a student and you've never worked in finance, there can be a person who has worked with JP Morgan. Talk about that. There can be a person who has worked with XYZ Bank. Talk about that. But let's suppose you have never worked in finance. You have absolutely no idea what a finance role looks like. Talk about your grades more. Talk about the 9 CGPA that you got. Talk about the 8.5 that you got in that subject. Talk about that. Third thing, why CFA is important for you. Bro, you're planning to give CFA. Why is it important for you? I remember one student writing that this will change my life because I am the first person who graduated from college and this can be very important for me. I mean, people write those things also. So why you? Is there a specific reason why you want to go ahead with CFA? Or was it your childhood dream, which looks very fishy? Because which kid thinks of becoming a CFA? But yeah, many students think of watching Billions and then thinking, oh, I want to become a CFA. So that can be important. Why CFA? Fourth para, complete big para goes to your financial condition. Okay, I'm going through a bad financial condition right now. XYZ is the reason, ABC is the reason. That should be organic and honest. Don't make up anything. Write an organic, honest answer about your financial conditions. The more honest you are, the better it would work for you. The more organic that you would sound. Fifth para is just so dumb that students don't write it. Thank them for reading your essay. It should be max 1 line or max 2 lines, 1.5 lines. Thank you, hoping to get a good result, or thanking in anticipation, or something like that. Thank you for taking out the time to read my story. Anything, just 1.5 lines. And one more thing, if you want help with CFA Access Scholarship, my team also helps with CFA Access Scholarship. We have a lot of students who have got the scholarships. And if you go through my end, you will get the CFA Scholarship 100%. If I say that, I'll be lying. There are many students who do not even end up getting CFA scholarships. And there are some people who charge for such things. So what we have done at FinLadder is, if you enroll with us with CFA Access Scholarship, we give you just the Access Scholarship part, which is slightly expensive. But if you don't end up getting the CFA Access Scholarship, it means that you were interested in finance, then transfer your credits towards our financial modeling course, which is of the equal price. So in case you don't end up getting the CFA Access Scholarship, you at least get the financial modeling course, which has been made by professors from Goldman Sachs. It's a very good course in terms of financial modeling. But my first priority would be, if you have the funds, go ahead with CFA. If you can't afford CFA, go ahead with financial modeling. So that is why we have made this. The link would be in the description. You could fill that form and my team will get in touch with you with the CFA Access Scholarship entire resources. I will be personally working on your CFA Access Scholarship essay. There is a higher chance of getting the Access Scholarship with me, considering that I will be sending you at least 7 to 8 templates of students who got the Access Scholarship. I can also connect you with those students and listen to what they have to say about my services. But it's not 100%. I'll be very honest with you. It's not 100%. It's never going to be 100%. And if you enjoyed this video is probably for you. I didn't want to lie to you that we will give you the scholarship because it's your future. So it's not going to be 100%. But yeah, watch this video.